Hi, my name is Matthew Bellisario. Welcome to the Bellisario Sonic YouTube channel. Today, a bit of a rant for all of you record collectors out there. I'm going to be talking about promo records like you see here with the stinking sticker on the front, like this one here. I'm going to talk a little bit about that because I grew up getting these passed out to me from my uncle who had a friend that worked at the radio station. And to be honest, I've been collecting records since the 70s. And these were always something that people didn't really want because the stinking sticker on the front, a lot of them. Now, they all don't have that. But nowadays, record stores have to make a living, and that's fine. But, back during the day, these were always in the cheap bin, the promos. No one cared that they were a promo. No one really wanted them. They preferred a regular press over the promo. Nowadays, it seems to be quite the opposite. And really, it's kind of laughable to me that people are trying to get, 50% to 100% more because it's a promo. Folks, all that meant was it got handed out to a radio station. And it may or may not have even had a different label on them. This one happened to have a white promo label on there. This was an Epic Records, Jeff Beck. Picked this up for a few bucks, and then ended up getting another copy because I wanted it. I wanted the cover that didn't have the stinking sticker across the bottom of it. I can't stand the sticker, hate it. So all things being equal, especially for one like this, there's two in the bin next to each other. They're in the same shape. I want a regular copy all day long versus this stinking sticker across it. Anyway, that being said, there are a couple of exceptions that I'm going to get to here in a moment. Now, as we know, all the promos aren't the same. Some of them would just have a foil stamp on the back. It may not have anything else. This is another one that happened to have the sticker on the back, and then you've got a different demonstration label there, okay, on this Magnum record. But here's a perfect example of one that doesn't have anything different about the label whatsoever. This Paul McCartney. All it has is this little foil stamp here on the back. Would I pay any extra for that? No, you gotta be out of your mind. I don't care that it's got a foil stamp on the back. Same thing with this Paul McCartney single. It's got the little foil stamp on the back. They're handed out to a radio station. Fantastic. Label's the same. Doesn't matter to me. As long as the record's in good shape. I buy records because I want to listen to them, not because it's got a promo sticker or something on it. Now, there are a couple of exceptions, and I'm going to explain to you why I think it may be worth paying extra for a promo record. That might be because it comes with a special little insert like this one. So kind of for historical purposes, it's kind of cool. This Ronnie Wood record was a promo. There's nothing on the front that indicates it's a promo, only this on the back, and it is a white label, but it comes with this little letter from Columbia, and on it says, to all station personnel, the cut entitled "F You See Her" should be auditioned by senior station management prior to broadcast, as the lyric content, which is of an explicit sexual nature, may be offensive to some members of the public. So that's kind of cool that it came with that in there. Now, when I bought this record, I didn't even know that was in the record. I didn't notice it because it was down at the far end of the record. So when I took it out, all I was looking for is to see if the record was in good shape, and it was, and didn't have all kinds of crap all over it. So I got it. Now, the reason why I bought this second version was because I already had this version. This version here cost me $2.50, but it's got the stinking sticker across the bottom, this thing. And I can't stand that. So when I saw this one, and it was a nice clean cover, and I didn't even care that it had this foil stamp on the back because that doesn't really get in the way of anything. I looked at the record, it was in great shape. I brought it home, and then when I took it out, I noticed it had the letter in there. And I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. Would I have paid a lot of extra for that? Probably not. But I can see why someone might want that for historical purposes. And then the other exception I would say is ones that are real promo kits. So for example, this Clarence Gatemouth Brown record from Alligator Records, on the actual record itself, there's no indication that it's a promo record. There's no stamps, no nothing. The only thing that might indicate that is this little cutout here. Do I care if it's a cutout? No, not really. It doesn't matter. I don't like that big of a chunk taken out of it necessarily. But if it's in good shape and I can listen to the record, I can live with the little cutout. What was kind of cool about this though is it was a real promo pack. So it came with some cool stuff. Now I might pay a little extra for this. In fact, I paid, I think, an extra $10 for this because it had a cool promo picture of Clarence Gatemouth Brown that came with it. That's kind of cool. And it had an insert here from Alligator Records to the record company and a write-up about Clarence Gatemouth Brown in there. So it came with this stuff. And so for that, being a Clarence Gatemouth Brown fan, I like him and I have several of his records and I like his music. I thought that was kind of cool to have a little promo kit that had this stuff in there. So that is something that I find worth paying for, even though it's technically not a promo record. There's nothing on the record that would indicate it's a promo record. So I'm really paying for the press kit that came with it more than anything to do with the record itself. So that's just something to keep in mind. Now, a couple of other cool promo things that I find kind of cool that I wouldn't necessarily really pay any extra money for, but if I see them, I'll grab them, if they just happen to be in the record store. Are these cool 6-eye promos. And I just always like the 6-eye pressings. This Jazz Spectacular here, it's a pretty cool record, and it's got this, 6-eye white label on it, which is kind of cool. This was $5 I think I paid for this, and it didn't pay any more for it than I would have paid for a regular 6-eye, but it kind of looks cool. So, all right, that's kind of cool. This Louis Armstrong, I didn't even realize this was a promo, because really looking at the front of it, I didn't really realize that this was a promo record until I looked at the actual record itself, which says on there, if you read above the non-breakable there, it says not for sale. So it's a demo. Now, do I really care that it's a demo? No, I wouldn't pay any extra for it because it has that. And the same thing with this Benny Goodman live double album that has the cool looking 6-eye. That's, but, and then a lot of the records just had a sticker on the front. That was it. Am I going to pay any extra for it because it's got a promo sticker on the front? No way. Anyways, that's my little rant on promo records. It's up to you guys out there, the record buyer, whether or not you're going to pay extra money for these. And whether or not they're worth extra money. For me, it's more important to find a good pressing, a good clean copy of the record I want to listen to than it is whether or not it's a promo record. To me is pretty much irrelevant. Like I said, unless it comes with a cool promo kit or something. The actual sticker on it that says promo, I've seen people mark these up double because of this crap on the front, this stinking sticker. It's ridiculous. I'll insist to pay less for this because you ruined the freaking record cover. Anyways, that's all I have to say on this. Happy hunting. I hope you're having fun buying records out there. Take care.